Many of our local schools have already have a police presence, but having an armed officer at every school would be a big change.
It's an idea some school and law enforcement officials in our area say is a good idea in theory. News 8's Carrie Vick joins us with the story.
Well, Lisa and Mark, the La Crosse School District already has 5 full-time officers working at its middle and high schools. It's a different story for the elementary schools. All 9 don't have a police presence. I spoke with La Crosse School District Superintendent Randy Nelson today about the idea of having officers at every school. He says while he thinks it could be a good idea, it would cost close to $500,000 to hire another 9 officers for all the elementary schools.
It's something that we already have a model in place that I think really works and really does help at our high schools and middle schools. The issue always becomes how would you pay for those positions? How would you make those positions happen? But certainly the safety of our children should be first.
Onalaska Police Chief Jeff Trotnick says they have 1 officer to work with the Onalaska Public Schools. He says having officers at every school would help increase security, but hiring additional officers to cover all the schools would cost about $250,000.
So anything's feasible if people are willing to pay money for it. Again, when you look at budgets the way they are now, it would be difficult for Onalaska to bring on 4 additional police officers without having to address the issue through how are we going to pay for it.
Trotnick says it would likely cost even more to have officers spend all their time patrolling schools. Right now, the resource officer and dare officer at the schools have a variety of responsibilities that keep them busy throughout the day.
All right, thank you, Carrie. The La Crosse School District Superintendent says he's already working on increasing security at all the schools. He says they've been looking into putting buzzer systems and new doors at school entrances.